Shalom, I'm Angel from Healthy and Heart. Thank you for joining me today. This is just going to be a really quick video to give you just kind of an overview of who Azure Standard is and what they do. I am by no means an official spokesperson for Azure Standard. I am just one of their many customers, and they're growing every day. Around the 1950s is when people started using chemical fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, that kind of thing. That is what prompted Azure Standard to the Azure Standard business. And it is Azure Standard because they have a standard that must be met for the products. They love to support local, they love to support small business, independently owned. So those are some of the people that they love to support. Organic specifically, they do a lot of support for organic farming. They started out as pretty much like a farm. According to their website, they took their farm out of the chemical cycle cold turkey. Once they removed their family from the chemical fertilizers, from the pesticides and all that stuff, they immediately saw returns in health. And that's something I can attest to as well. When we started going organic food and growing as much as our food as we can during the summer, we saw improvements in health almost immediately. So it was actually in 1987 that the Azure Standard company was established. Like I said, first it started out as a farm, and then because they noticed those gains, they started a company to provide those products to other people. The products that they farmed on their farm, to provide those healthy products to other people, because as wealthy as our nation is, there is a lot of poor areas that are do not have healthy food available, and unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to buy foods in the stores that are not modified, genetically modified, that aren't farmed with chemicals and pesticides. And just things that have things in them that aren't good for your health. It was David Stelzer, I believe I pronounced that right. David Stelzer. He was the founder of Azure, and he is the current CEO. So yeah, they've been around for a while, since the 80s. You can get a brochure. You can see it on their website. But it gives benefits for what healthy food can give to you for your family. So their goal, and one of the reasons that I love this company, is that they do provide healthy food that is grown, in as close to organic as possible, even though people aren't. There's a lot of hoops to jump through to be certified organic, but that doesn't mean that things aren't grown organically. So their goal is to make healthy food affordable for everyone. And they eliminate the worries about having harmful ingredients in the food. Now, that really depends on what your definition of harmful is, because they do have some foods that we won't eat, because they do have things in there that we don't know what they are. Natural flavors, artificial flavors, those are two things that we don't know what they are, or some things just listed as spices. We don't know what those spices are, or so we won't use those products. If it's not specifically listed on the ingredient list of what is in the product, we will not use it. But that's just us. So how does Azure Standard work? Basically, you will go on their website. You'll create an account, and I'll go over this in experimenting with using my screen capture on the computer. So I will go over this. Probably will be recorded next week though. But basically, you shop at Walmart online. the same thing, but instead of Walmart, instead of them, well, they can deliver, but the shipping's kind of expensive if you order a lot. If you order just a few small things, you can have it shipped to your house pretty reasonably. Well, reasonably is depending on what the shipping costs are, because they can't, they don't dictate what the post office charges for shipping, or what the other postal providers charge for shipping. So a way to save a lot of money is to buy things in bulk, which is what I do. I don't have it shipped to my house. I buy things in bulk so that I can have it on hand for future months, 5 to 6 months down the road. That's what I try to do. Right now I'm working on 5 to 6 months, having 5 to 6 months of food available in my home. But you can purchase it and pay a shipping charge based on the weight of the items, and then go meet the truck to pick up the items. And what that does is that eliminates the middleman, which is the grocery stores like Food Lion, Walmart, the big mega stores. You can just bypass that altogether and go pick up your items yourself. So basically you're getting the same price that they would get at the stores. Now, everything on here on their website that's provided is not less expensive buying it from them. You can get things cheaper on Amazon or at a local store. So you'll need to price comparison shop, which is what I do. So just because they provide it doesn't mean it's necessarily less expensive here. Although purchasing in bulk does give more savings versus buying things individually. And you do, for most things, there is a bulk savings purchasing in bulk. So where do they deliver? Most of the lower 48 states do have drop locations, depending on where that's at. Depending on where you live, like where I live, there's 3 drop locations within like 10 miles of me. Because I live in a large city, but like my sister who lives in a smaller, more rural area, she has 2 locations that are available to her that would be like a half an hour away. For me, it's like 15 minutes away, 15 to 20 minutes away, depending on which one I use. I use the one that's closer. That's the one I started using, and so that's the one I've continued to use because I do like the people that are there. And if there's not one located near you, see if you can get some group of people together to order from Azure Standard and create a drop location yourself, and you can be the drop care coordinator. And a really good thing about the drop locations is people who order from Azure Standard, they are concerned with feeding their family with healthy foods, and so you actually do have quite a bit in common with those people. You have a lot of the same concerns because people don't do this and go out of their way to meet the truck and all of that just because organic food is not, you can get the stuff that's grown with chemicals and pesticides and chemical fertilizers. You can get that a lot cheaper at your local store like Walmart or Food Lion. You can, but if you're concerned about health and not eating food that's been grown in chemical fertilizers, sprayed with pesticides, chemicals you don't know what the long-term effects are, then Azure Standard may be for you. And that's why people who shop Azure Standard are drawn to Azure Standard, because they have healthier foods available. So when you go there, you actually have a lot in common with the people that are there because you have the same goal. You want to feed your family with healthy foods. It's really easy to shop, just as easy as it is to shop at Walmart online, Amazon online. It's actually a little bit easier. I think there's no fee to join. It's free to join. You don't have to even buy anything after you join. You can join just to look around the site and experiment and explore it. So what you'll do is you'll create an account. You'll join a delivery drop that's close to you. Or if there's not one, you may want to sign up to become a delivery coordinator. You'll place your order, and you're going to be watching your email. In your email, you will get contact information for your coordinator, your drop coordinator. You will get contact information for your drop coordinator. And a lot of them actually have Facebook pages. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, so my coordinator will actually contact me through text messaging and an email. So then you place your order and you wait for the truck to come. You will be notified where the truck is going to be delivered, where to meet the truck, what time to meet the truck. And sometimes there are delays, as there have been the last 3 months. There has been a delay, sometimes of a couple hours, once of a day, no, twice, 1 day late. You can get some things delivered through home delivery with parcel shipping. Now, depending on the weight of the items that you order, you could be paying quite a bit for shipping or just a little bit for shipping. It depends on what the weight is of the items that you're ordering. So you can have it delivered directly to your door, just like you can with Walmart and Amazon. So when you meet the truck, your packages will be marked with your name. Everything that you order will be individually boxed, and it will have your name on it. And it'll be ready for you to take home. Make sure you count your boxes and then look through the boxes when you get them to make sure that everything is included. I've not had anything missing when I have not been missing a box. If I'm missing a box, I'm definitely missing something or more than one thing. But if all the boxes are there, so far I have not had anything missing from a box. So they will ship via parcel carrier like UPS or USPS. If you prefer that, that's fine. You will save more money in shipping if you meet the truck, though. And they distribute healthy food nationwide. Everything gets shipped from their warehouse, which is in Morrow, Oregon. It's a 62,400 square foot warehouse. That's a very large warehouse. So they actually ship healthy foods and products to individuals, buying clubs, stores, restaurants, manufacturers in the lower 48 states. Northeast is actually a new area for them to be covering. And the whole East Coast is actually kind of new. So the more drop locations we have, the better it's going to be as far as getting items shipped to us. What do they sell? They sell bulk foods, or you can buy it individually. You do not have to buy in bulk. They have frozen foods. They have fresh produce, dairy, cheese, eggs. They have organic foods, whole foods, herbs, supplements, household goods, health and beauty products, which I'm actually ordering in this coming order that's coming next week. That will be delivered next week. They have outdoor and garden products, and they have pet food and products as well. That's also on their brochure. That's what I was reading off of. So specifically, they do avoid genetically modified foods, GMOs. Oh, they also have books that they sell, which if you've watched any of my hauls, you've seen me order books. You've seen me order stuff for the garden. They do not accept foods that have been sprayed with glyphosate or Roundup. So that's who they are. They're very concentrated on selling and providing products that are healthy and do not have hidden dangers to you and your family. A little bit more on what they sell. And if there's something that you're wanting that they don't sell that actually meets their standards, you can ask them. They will accept requests. Now, whether they'll provide that or not, it still has to meet their standards, which is why it's called Azure Standards. They have standards that have to be met by their suppliers, or they'll sever that relationship, which they have done with a couple of things that we use, like the 7th generation laundry products. They stopped carrying those because they stopped meeting their standards. Because they do prefer the individually owned companies. supporting those versus the big mega things that shut down all the independent ones. So yeah, you can submit a request. They may or may not. That's, it has to meet their standards. So they have multiple categories. They have food, they sell nutritional supplements. They have items for household and family, outdoor and garden, health and beauty. They sell things that are their brand, and they sell other brands as well. So it's not just their brand. If you have two things that are available, like you have an independently owned item available, and then they have one that they offer themselves, theirs will typically be less expensive. The Azure market products will be typically cheaper. I was scared before and nervous and unsure before I placed my first order. I have been nothing but pleased with the products. The change in the drop times, it can be a little annoying if you have to plan your schedule around it. I wish they were a little more able to be there when they say they're going to be there. That would make it a little easier to plan your schedule. Like I'm meeting my mom, staying with her for one day or something, and there's an Azure Standard drop that day. Well, it may be that day, or maybe the next day, or maybe later. So it makes it a little difficult to plan your day. So their core values that they state on the web are to inspire healthy and abundant living, to provide Azure Standard quality service, which they do, to build relationships, forgive and embrace the moment, embrace change and practice flexibility. I guess I need to work a little more on that, but schedules are a little hard to be flexible in. Pursue learning and innovation, dream their passions and live their dreams, support independent and family-owned ventures. I love that they do that. They promote healthy food from healthy soil. We are what we eat. Very true. They keep it clean and sustainable. Create joy and fulfillment through serving and making a positive difference in the world. And I can honestly say every time I've contacted their customer service, which is located throughout the United States, very pleasant people, I've not had a complaint with customer service. They exemplify personal transparency and open business practices, which they do. They have a lot of information on their website if you're interested in learning more, and to do more with less, conserving, etc. Let's see. So that was their list of 12 things that they ascribe to do for their core values. Now, their product standards, they are earth-friendly, non-GMO, and meticulously chosen for healthful qualities. They have to be certified organic foods. It has to be listed as organic or certified by a third-party organization if they say that they're organic. A lot of the products that they, including the ones that they grow, go well beyond the minimum organic standards to provide superior, clean, and nutrient-dense food. And I'm just kind of reading a little off their website. Not trying to plagiarize. I'm just reading, just letting you know, I'm reading out their website. So the products that are advertised as organic or labeled as organic cannot be done without an organic certification. That's the law. And if it's certified organic, and this is something people don't really know a lot, if it's certified organic, it is non-GMO. It has to be non-GMO. All of their foods have to be natural, non-GMO foods. There cannot be any glyphosate residues on the foods. The certified organic meat and dairy products must be certified by a third party, which is what they do also for the organic non-GMO foods. Meat and dairy products they offer quality grass-fed, pasture-raised, even if they're not necessarily certified as organic. So I love that even though it doesn't say organic, it's that they've done their work to make sure that it is still healthy for your family. For the supplements, so many of their supplement suppliers are moving toward non-GMO certification or organic certification. So that's a huge problem with buying supplements, because a lot of them are created with corn or soy that has been genetically modified. So things that are unacceptable for ingredients are genetically modified organisms, refined conventional sugars, artificial colors, artificial flavors, artificial preservatives, artificial sweeteners, bleached flours, certified colors. You don't need colors added to your food. Alcoholic beverages, fluoride, monosodium glutamate, MSG, natural nitrates or nitrates in meat products, pork products, shellfish products, except those used as an ingredient in nutritional supplements, and tobacco. So that is what they do not supply. So if you're looking to buy pork, you can't buy it from their company. Natural flavorings. And this is something that I discovered actually when Kelsey developed a bunch of food allergies. Natural flavorings can be anything. So all of their vendors have to sign a certification letter stating clearly that their natural ingredients, if it's marked as natural ingredients, do not contain any MSG, monoammonium glutamate or MAG, monopotassium glutamate, MPG, glutamate, glutamic acid, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, hydrolyzed plant protein, hydrolyzed oat flour, hydrolyzed corn gluten, plant protein extract, sodium caseinate, calcium caseinate, autolyzed yeast extract, because those often are MSG. They just market it under a different name, so it's hidden from you, the consumer. Textured protein, textured vegetable protein, textured soy protein, textured wheat protein, malt extract, malt flavoring, stock flavoring, carrageenan enzymes, soy protein concentrate, soy protein isolate. So those are the things that are not allowed in their foods. Those are the standards that that people have to, their vendors have to meet. So I am really pleased with their values and their standards, and that has really impressed me. And I'm hard to impress. I'm very picky, so I am hard to impress. And that does impress me, because it's in this day and age, it is not easy to get wholesome, clean food. And we learned that when we had to read every single label because of Kelsey's allergies. There were things that would really cause her to go into a rage. And yeah, it was not pleasant. So we did really have to clean up our diet. And I'm really excited that I can feel confident in ordering things from them that I know are safe for my family. So thank you for joining me. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I will have a few more videos coming out about Azure Standard. Specifically, we will explore their website. We're going to set up an account. I'll walk you through placing an order. Pickup, I will give you some information about pickup. I'm not going to record doing the pickup because there are other people there and I don't have their permission to record them and put it on YouTube. And there's new people just about every week. So I'm not going to go through that. The hassle of having to get everyone's permission and I wouldn't put them on there without their permission. So I'm not going to record the drop, but I will go over information I've gotten from my drop coordinator. And here's the thing, every drop is going to be a little different because you have a different coordinator. So they're going to have different rules and whatnot. But when you sign up, they will let you know what those rules are if they don't ask. So I will go over that in a future video. So I hope this has been helpful. Yahweh bless you and keep you and give you shalom. Until next time, God bless. Oh, and if you have any other questions, drop them below. Maybe I can answer them, maybe I can't, but I will let you know if I can't.